I'm America's Digital Pro, Kim Komando, and in tech news this week, it happened again. Another hack exposes 92 million accounts from a DNA testing service. Are you a victim? And if you are, what can you do about it right now? Plus, the new iPhone X Plus is coming. Do you really need it? How about those upgrades to your older phones? It might actually be better than a new phone. I'm going to tell you why. And she's so popular that a toddler didn't say mom or dad first. She actually said Alexa at home. You see, Amazon's Echo Alexa is in millions of homes. And coming up, I'm going to share various ways that you can use it that you probably never thought of. And hopefully the toddlers aren't listening too much. Now, let's get the latest from the Komando.com news desk.
A popular DNA testing service has exposed data of over 92 million accounts. And we're talking about the genealogy website and DNA testing service MyHeritage. Its chief information security officer revealed this week that the company received a message from a security researcher who claims to have stumbled across a file dubbed MyHeritage. The file contained email addresses and what's called hashed passwords, as you may know, are encrypted before they go into storage. For everyone who signed up with MyHeritage up to and including October 26th of 2017, that's a total of more than 92 million users. MyHeritage says that it uses a special technique to disguise passwords individually, so even if a hacker found your hashed password, they might not be able to crack it. But let's be honest, hackers have state-of-the-art tools and at their disposal. You shouldn't trust the idea that they can't crack a hashed password. The site also said that payment information isn't stored on MyHeritage. It uses third-party payment systems like PayPal. So your payment data wasn't part of this breach, but make sure you change your MyHeritage account password as soon as you can. Meanwhile, more problems for Facebook. A bug on the site exposed 14 million users' settings to the public. The bug occurred when Facebook was testing a new feature. An employee discovered the bug and Facebook went back and changed every post by those users to private, even if they meant to share it publicly. Now, if you were affected, Facebook will send you a notification urging you to please review your posts and give you a link to what was shared while the bug was active. This is all just another fiasco for Facebook. Earlier this week, the site came under fire by the U.S. government after it was revealed that one of the 60 companies Facebook shared is a risk to national security. That company is Chinese phone maker Huawei. Apple announced a new operating system, including updates to software and hardware at its annual Worldwide Developer Conference in San Jose. They've announced an updated operating system called iOS12. It'll focus on performance and reliability. Apps will launch 40% faster. Keyboards and cameras will also operate faster. And as for photos, the company created a tab called For You. It features suggestions like photo tags and shared locations. And here's a cool new ad, a new app from Apple called Measure. It will allow you to automatically detect the dimensions and measurements of an object in real time via the camera. So I guess say goodbye to tape measures. With Siri, you can now create shortcuts and users will be able to access it on a locked screen. They're also rebuilding Voice Memo and have added it to iPad. We have complete details on all the new features at Komando.com. The White House says they discovered sophisticated cell phone surveillance in and around Washington last year. The Department of Homeland Security reported suspicious cell phone signals in what they call IMSI or Stingray. They say countries like Russia and China use this Stingray as part of their toolkit to retrieve sensitive information from other government entities. Stingray is a tool widely used by foreign agencies, local, state, and federal officers. Stingray is a tool widely used by foreign agencies. They can also send malware directly to its destination and steal information that way. One private defense company contractor says that they've detected eavesdropping devices around the White House, the FBI offices, the Russian embassy, and other places along Embassy Row. A Georgetown professor says the U.S. has been warned about these types of devices by foreign agents on U.S. soil. Industry leaders have called on the Federal Communications Commission to implement stronger protections against devices like Stingray. FCC says they're on top of all rules and regulations regarding unlicensed and harmful interference of licensed airwaves, and they work closely with the White House on security matters. Ticketfly is dealing with the aftermath aftermath of a very public security issue after their systems were hacked and the personal information of more than 26 million people was leaked. Whoever the hacker is posted the ticket flight database to a public server. The information included names, phone numbers, home and billing addresses. And the hack also impacted websites involving the Brooklyn Bowl, Pearl Street Warehouse, and Lafayette Theater. Credit card information and passwords were not found in the leaked files, though the hacker threatened to share that too if ransom demands were not met. Ticketfly, whose parent company is Eventbrite, has been looking into the incident. In a statement posted online, Ticketfly acknowledged what happened and said they were working with third-party forensic and cybersecurity experts to investigate and address what had happened. Hey, if you're looking for work-from-home jobs, we have a scam warning to tell you about. A job posting that looks like it's coming from Amazon, but it's not, so beware. The way it works is you get a phone call offering work-from-home opportunities that can be accessed by logging into AmazonJobs.org. That's all spelled out, AmazonJobs.org. The site, which is not at all affiliated with Amazon, says workers can make $500 a day with just a few hours of work. And here's where we go back to the saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So once you log on, the site provides ample reason for why this is a good idea, even going so far as to say some of their best employees who were doubters were turned into believers. After all that, you're told that there are 3 steps to join, one of which is you have to fill out a form in which you reveal plenty of information. That's what they're after, your information. This is a classic phishing expedition. Apple is about to release the new iPhone 10, but Kim is here with more on why the new upgrade to your older phone may be better.
This September, Apple is gearing up to release 3, maybe even 4 new iPhones. But it looks like millions, and maybe that includes you, won't need to buy a new iPhone because most users are about to get a major performance upgrade for free. This past Monday at Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference, one of their big announcements was centered around the soon-coming new iPhone and iPad operating system, iOS12. Apple engineers have designed 12 to bring significant performance upgrades to both iPhones and iPads, going all the way back to the iPhone 6 released in 2012. The new iOS will tell the phone's chip to ramp up its speed to open and run apps much faster. To save battery life, the processor will slow down when it's not being used heavily. The only reason to upgrade might come down to better cameras. That's pretty much standard on all newer iPhones. Otherwise, get ready for a big improvement boost over the next few weeks, coming to your iPhone free of charge. The grades are all in, school doors are locked, and kids everywhere are free. So let's take a look at what kind of social media will dominate their lives this summer. As a parent, it's vital to know what our kids are doing online. Compared to this time last summer, more teens than ever are online. The Pew Research Center says that 95% of all U.S. teens own a smartphone, but their use of Facebook is down by 20% in the last 12 months alone. The lion's share is moving over to YouTube and Facebook-owned Instagram. The most probable reason? Their parents are using Facebook, meaning Facebook is losing some of its coolness factor. Oh, and this side note, even though the debate rages on whether or not social media is good or bad, most teens believe it has no effect either way. Of course, they're teenagers and you're the grown-up. So this summer, take an interest in what they're doing online. Ask what videos they find interesting. You'll be surprised that most teens are happy to show you.
This week on Komando on Demand, it seems like you can't go a couple of days without getting an annoying robocall. And so what do you do about it? Well, Kim's got answers for you. This week, you'll hear how a woman's business was almost destroyed because of robocalls. And we talk to an expert and give you step-by-step details on what you can do to fight robocalls on your phone. Also this week on Komando on Demand, have you ever had the feeling that you're being watched? More and more vacationers are discovering hidden cameras in their hotel rooms or rentals. Kim's going to share her experience and how you can spot hidden cameras and what to do if someone's been recording your every move. All that and more this week on Komando on Demand. We hope you can join us. It's on the Komando app or on your favorite podcast player by searching Komando.
Netflix takes requests. Coming up, the secret page that you can go to for shows not available in your library. You're going to love this one. And the emoji obsession just keeps growing. I'm going to tell you about the newest icons that you have right at your fingertips. And some of them are just crazy with a capital C.
More stories now making headlines at news.komando.com. Netflix is pretty much taken over the way we watch TV shows and movies. The service has started out by mailing you a little red envelope. Do you remember that? It now boasts millions of subscribers, and it's the top streaming service. But Netflix has a secret, as in a secret page that you probably don't know about. It lets you order shows and movies that aren't in your library. The cool feature is hidden in the Netflix Help section, and you can ask for any 3 movies or TV shows by simply filling out the online form. Nothing left to do but sit back and wait. There is no guarantee you'll get them, but it's worth a shot. Love them or hate them, emojis are here to stay, and every now and then, an update brings a slew of new choices. The Unicode Consortium is responsible for creating emojis, and their 11.0 update brings some neat emojis for all of us to use. We've been expecting the update since February, and now a whopping 157 new symbols will be coming to our gadgets, and that's going to bring the overall total up to 2,823 emojis. So what are some of the newbies? We are getting more faces, with party, woozy, hot, and cold being among them. Red, curly, and white hair are coming. As is baldness, we're getting superheroes, legs, feet, toilet paper too. It does not even include the new animals and foods. You can't use them yet. Android and Apple haven't released their update schedule. When it comes to phone addiction, does sex matter? Well, according to a South Korea university study, it does. A group of boys and girls under the age of 15 took a study on mobile phone addiction. Turns out that about 24% of girls were more likely to develop an addiction compared to a little over 15% of boys. They also found that those that consumed alcohol were significantly higher risk of addiction. 40% say they could only sleep for 6 hours or less, compared to 28% with lower risks. Of those at the greater risk, 40% say they could only sleep for 6 hours or less, compared to 28% with lower risks. Researchers say this is important data because the quality of sleep in adolescence affects growth, emotional stability, and learning skills. The management of smartphone addiction seems to be essential for proper sleeping habits. Hey Alexa are 2 words that have sent the smartphone assistant into a booming industry. Echo's Alexa is capable of so much more than you realize. Kim's here to share ways that you can use Alexa that you probably never thought about.
So far this year, more than 2.5 million Amazon Echoes have been sold. You know her by her name, Alexa, or you can summon her by saying, "Computer, Amazon or Echo." Sure, you can ask Alexa what time it is or the weather, but why be so boring? Make Alexa work for you. There are a slew of things she can do, from reminding your husband to put the wash in the dryer to telling your wife to turn the sprinklers off. Here are some ways that you can use Alexa you probably didn't know about until now. First up, the translate skill. Just for kicks, say, "Alexa, open translated," and then ask, "How do you say 'where's the beach' in Spanish?" Alexa can already translate dozens of languages. And get this, Amazon's working on a real-time translator, so stay tuned for that. Now, I love music, but I can never remember the titles to songs. Sometimes I'm not sure the band, but Alexa comes to the rescue. All you need to do is say, "Alexa, play the song that goes like this," and sing a little. I'm going to spare you my singing. You can thank me later. Now, this summer, with fireworks and movies in the park, it's nice to know exactly when the sun sets ahead of time. You might also want to know when to take that pre-dawn run or capture those cool sunrise photos. It's even more useful when you travel. Sunrises and sunsets occur at unfamiliar times. So you could say, "Alexa, what is the sunset tomorrow in Paris?" Now, did you know that Alexa can be your biggest cheerleader too? She can help you if you need an emotional pick-me-up. Just smile and say, "Alexa, flatter me," and you'll get a response like, "The people you love are lucky to have you in their lives." I actually put together a list of 21 of my favorite commands, and you'll see that Alexa really can be worth the money. For more security alerts, tips, and my trusted advice, don't miss my national radio show. And just a reminder, if you're not already getting my podcast delivered to you automatically, make sure that you subscribe on Apple iTunes or Google Play. And by the way, this podcast is not the Kim Komando Show. You could learn more about the Kim Komando Show podcast by heading over to getkim.com. That's getkim.com.